In this video, I will compute the change of the internal energy of a system. The internal energy change of a system is due to either heat or work or both. Remember, the U-pack notation for internal energy is U. Its change is denoted by delta U. Therefore, in many textbooks, you will see delta U instead of delta E for the internal energy change of a system. But in this video, we will just use delta E. And delta E equals Q plus W. We will use this equation to compute delta E of a system. Here is one example problem. A system does 25 joules of work to its surroundings, while 34 joules of heat flows into the system. Now let's compute delta E surroundings, Q surroundings, and work surroundings. First, Q is equal to 34 joules. It's a positive number because heat flows into the system. But work here is negative 25 joules because the system does 25 joules of work to its surroundings. Therefore, this system loses energy during this process. Delta E equals Q plus W equals 34 plus negative 25. The result is 9 joules. It tells us the internal energy change of the system is 9 joules. What about delta E of the surroundings? Delta E of the surroundings is always negative delta E, equals negative 9 joules. This is due to the first law of thermodynamics. Energy is always conserved. The change of the internal energy of the universe is always zero. Therefore, delta E surroundings plus delta E is always zero. Now, Q surroundings is always equal to negative Q. Again, in this case, if 34 joules of heat flows from the surroundings to the system, and then we know Q surroundings is negative 34 joules, and Q of the system is positive 34 joules. How about work? Again, if the system does 25 joules of work to its surroundings, the system loses energy. The surroundings gains energy. Therefore, W is negative 25 joules, and W of the surroundings is positive 25 joules. In addition, we know the change of the internal energy of the system is 9 joules. Therefore, the final internal energy of the system is equal to the initial internal energy of the system plus 9 joules. Now I'll give you a practice problem to work on. The surroundings does 15 kilojoules of work to the system. Meanwhile, 10 kilojoules of heat flows from the system to the surroundings. Now let's compute delta E, Q, W, and delta E surroundings. The answers are in font size 2.